Point 6. Resell to people you've already sold to. It's the easiest money you'll ever make. So in T2 television, because obviously we knew we weren't making money. When shit was getting hard, what we do is we were selling these 18, 19 grand deals. And one of the reasons we survived so long is we'd get people to sign up, pay 18, 19 grand, make their advert, show them their advert, hope they loved it. And if they love their advert, then we try and sell a bonus airtime package. We come at them and say, by the way, we've got a really big purchase coming up for McDonald's, some bullshit. And we're getting airtime extremely cheap. And for only an extra 5 grand, we can get you an extra 100 spots on TV. Some garbage, some bullshit. And try and sell them this extra package. And this package had some profit in it for us. The spots we'd give them would be in the middle of the night, cheap, bullshit. And this was our only chance to make any profit. So if they said no to this, we did all the work for effectively nothing. If they said yes, we'd sell it for 5 and it was like 4 grand profit. That's how we were surviving.
This is interesting. You'll see this with a lot of businesses where the first transaction comes with the highest cost of acquiring a customer. So one of the things, Jay Abraham, if you don't know him, he's a very astute marketing guy. He has these 3 ways to grow a business, and it coincides with what Tate is telling here. The one that most people think about when I say, like, let's grow your business is people always think about sell to more new customers. So find more new customers, sell to them, which is obviously a good idea. But the one that most people miss, well, the 2 that most people miss. Second one is you can increase transaction size. So you can sell for higher prices, or you can sell more to customers, which is what Tate is talking about. And third one is to sell more often to your existing customers. So what you'll notice is 2 of those 3 are about existing customers. They are your bread and butter. This is where all the margin is made. This is where most of the money is made. The cost of acquiring a customer can be quite high, like Tate said, in his business, and many of the ones that I ran, oftentimes you almost break even, or you even lose money on the first transaction, which is fine if you got it set up in a way where you can sell more to those customers more often, higher prices, upsells. That's where all the margin is in business.
So if we tried to put that in at the front end and sell 24, 25 grand packages, we couldn't sell it. But if we sold them at 19 and then tried to upsell them later, we had about 60, 70% upsell rate if people liked their advert.
Real quick, you'll see he's talking about a high transaction, right? 18, 19,000 as an initial transaction. Oftentimes, this is like television advertising. Obviously, you're going to be working with high transaction sizes. But oftentimes what you see in like online businesses or advice businesses or consulting, you sell a smaller package to sort of get your foot in the door, and then you can sort of prove yourself, which is what he said, like that you hope they like the advertising, you hope they like you, and then you can start upselling. So what you'll often see is like a lower priced initial package for limited services, limited options in the package, and then you can add on to that because you've already have the trust of these people, right? Now they know you, they like doing business with you, they like what you are selling to them. So now it's much easier to add on to the transaction. If you try to do it all up front, you're going to have a hard time because they haven't like gotten to know you yet. The trust isn't there yet. So you need to get your foot in the door in some way.
So the easiest money you'll ever make is selling to people who have already bought from you before, as long as you relatively fulfilled your deal. So we did it after the advert. We never tried to sell it to them before they saw the advert because then it was much harder to sell. So if you do a good job or a half good job, the best customers you're ever going to have are people who have already bought from you before. You should already know this about business. This is a very easy one. But it's so much easier to sell to someone who's already bought from you than it is to sell to someone new. A lot of you watching this may have already bought something from me before. Congratulations, you must know a lot of shit. But it's very, very important. It's very, very true. So I know a lot of people with a lot of different businesses, and they all call me up for advice. And one of the first things, I had a guy call me up about 2 months ago, and he was saying he was struggling for cash. He asked me to borrow money. And I said, I won't say who he is or what his business is, because you'll know. Some of you will know. So to protect him, I was like, well, okay, how much do you need? He's like, 200 grand. So how many customers do you have? He goes, oh, all in all? Yeah, all in all, how many customers are on your database? He goes, oh, about 10,000. Like, bro, there's your 200 grand. Put together a fucking email campaign. Do a huge discount. You don't have to let it leak out into the public. Let them pay full price. These people have bought from you before. Put it all together, pow, and blast it out. There's your 200 grand. What do you need me for?
Yeah, this is what we talked about in the business mastery course as well, where I talk about how to get unlimited clients and lead generation. Lead generation is so important. You build a list, just like he's saying now. You have the email list. You got existing customers. That's the perfect method to get some quick cash flow incoming when you need it. Just put together something, sell it to them. They already know you. Do a discount, do something special, do something extra. Now you have these people that you can sell to with a click of the button. Like you don't have to keep finding new ones. You just have to treat the ones you have, build a connection with them, build a bond with them, keep selling to them. And obviously, keep adding new clients, but don't neglect previous clients. That's the mistake that most business owners make. They just neglect and keep looking for new ones. Don't do that. Go deep with your current database.
These people have bought from you before and you delivered. There's your money. Your money's sitting right there. Go get it. So easy to sell to people who have already bought from you before if you did a half good job. In business, you don't need to sell to tons of people if you can sell to the same people over and over again. And it's much easier to sell to the same people over and over again than it is to keep finding new people. Keep that in mind, especially during times where you need cash or you're trying to raise cash or you want to increase cash flow. The first thing you should do, if you have a company and you're making a bit of money, making a little bit of money, and you go, you know what, I want to make some more. What can I do? Don't look at advertising more. Don't look at getting new customers. Don't look at a new product launch. The first thing you should do is go, is there anything I've already got that I can resell to people who have already bought from me? And that is the easiest money you're ever going to make. Don't forget that, because you'll need that at certain points in your business career. You're going to need to be able to pull that ace out your sleeve and generate money from thin air. So keep in mind. That's point 6.
All right. So a couple things. 1, 3 ways to grow a business. Find new clients. That's 1. Sell more for higher prices and sell more often. That's the 3 ways. 2 of those 3 are connected to your current clients. So don't neglect those people. Go back to them. Find new things to sell them. Come up with new packages, new services. Much, much easier. Let me give you an example that most of you will probably understand and align with. If you are, let's say you have a girlfriend, right? If you would like to have a nice night with a girl, it makes a lot of sense to ask your girlfriend out and have a nice night together. If you're trying to have a nice night with a girl and you would have to find a new girl every single time, that would be way more time consuming, wouldn't it? Like it makes much more sense to go to the girl that's already your girlfriend and have a nice time together. So that's your client list. And the other thing, make sure you got a list, build a list, build your herd of people that know you, trust you, do business with you, respect you, listen to you. So important. It will pay back for itself many, 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 many times over. A lot of times in business, the first transaction is the most expensive. Make sure there's more than one transaction you do with clients.